Hi guys, how are you all doing? This is the Tennis World with a tennis expert. I am your tennis expert. Welcome to your US Open final preview, guys. There's a reason why I'm called the tennis expert, guys. I predicted both semifinals right in according to the winner of each match and the amount of sets. I said Fritz would beat TFO in 5 sets. And I also said, Sinner would beat, 1 minute. I also said Sinner would win his semi-final in straight sets. And he did. Sinner wins. And so, let's go back. Sinner beat Draper 7-5, 7-6, 6-2. I said 3 sets. The sets would all be close, straight sets. 2 of the sets were close, 7-6, 7-5. Only one was 6-2. But I got the winner right, and the amount of sets. And then I just said, with the other one, TFO against Fritz, it would be 5 sets. These guys are even. They're both going to attack. They're going to go for it. They're going to be hot and cold. And whoever's more hot and less cold, and whoever's hitting the line more will just get over the line and win in a very close 5 sets. That's what I said about these semifinals. Fritz and TFO did go for it. They were hot and cold. It did come down to who was more hot and more cold, and it was decided in the 5th set. And TFO was more cold in the end of the 4th set and the 5th set, which is what decided it. That's what I said. Both hot and cold, come down to a 5th set. Whoever was a bit more hot and the other guy was a bit more cold, that would decide it in the 5th set. And I thought it would be Fritz. That's exactly how the game played out. And that's the exact result. And the other one, I said it would be a close, tough battle, but still Sinner would win in straight sets. And all the sets would be close. 2 of the sets were close, not 3, but he won in straight sets. So it's a bit difficult to get the exact results right, because there's 6 possible options. Each player could win, and each player could win in 3, 4, or 5 sets. So there's 6 options of who can win in how many sets in both matches. So statistically, you would have about a 1 in 12 chance of getting both matches right and the exact amount of sets the opponent would win in both semifinals. And I did that. Guys. So now let's get on to the final. Yannick Sinner of Italy versus Taylor Fritz of the United States of America. US Open Final Preview 2024. First of all, I just think if it was TFO playing against Sinner would have just overpowered him. He got an easy straight sets win at the Cincinnati final. I think Fritz has the firepower to take it to Sinner and not let Sinner control the points all the time. Have a huge serve, get easy service games where Sinner can't attack his service games and control the rallies there. And then in the rallies, you can just go for it and overpower Sinner some of the time. Sinner's best part of his game is not defense, it's offense. So he can take him out of his offensive position, which is a strength, into defense, which is not a weakness but not a strength. But that's where you want to get Sinner in. He's not one of the best defenders. You want to make him play defense. And Fritz has the power to overpower Sinner a lot of the time and force him into defense and take away his offensive strength and push him into defense. Whereas TFO, Sinner would be in control of most of the rallies, I would say. But then when they're both going to be matching each other on offense, they both have big serves, they both have great offense. What's going to decide it here? I think the fact that Sinner can play that offense without getting many errors, whereas for Fritz to get those winners and get those big serves and get that offense, he has to have winners and give away 3 points with that. Whereas Sinner can have the big serve, the power, the attacking game, the winners, but not have to give up errors to get that. Whereas Fritz, to get those winners on the power game, has to give up errors with the winners. So that's one advantage to put Sinner over the line. Also, when you're putting them both in a defensive position, yeah, I said Sinner's not the best defensively. He's not like a prime Djokovic, a prime Nadal and Alcaraz. He's more like a prime Federer defensively. Good, but not great. But I would say Fritz is slow and below average. So I think that's also an advantage. So when Sinner can match him in offense, but and then now and the big serve, and then defense is deciding it, and then Sinner's got a better defensive record, will be better defensively than Fritz, then that could also push him over the line. So these two things, they match each other on offense and serve and attacking game, but Fritz has to give more errors to get those winners. Sinner gives less errors. That puts Sinner over the line. And then when both guys are in a defensive position, Sinner is doing better at defense than Fritz. So again, if they're already matching each other offensively, then probably defense decides it. Sinner's better defense. That puts him over the line for the win. But then even on the offense, when they're matching each other with a serve, power game, and winners, Fritz has to give up more errors than Sinner. So with Sinner getting the same off the serve and the winners and the power game, but less errors, putting him over the top. And then even if they were equal on offense, Sinner had been better defensively than Fritz. And just better at constructing a point and a bit more patience, and also better the return of serve because they're two big servers. A big key of the game is who can get the opponent's big serve back more, who has a better return of serve. I don't think Fritz's return is good at all. And Sinner, even though not the best in the game, it's still very good. So they match each other power game and serve, but Sinner is better by giving up less errors to get that same amount of winners as Fritz. He's better defensively. So even if they match each other offensively, the defense would decide it, and Sinner's better defensively. And then the big key, two big servers, who's going to be able to return that big serve? Sinner better on the return of serve. But, I mean, he's got a better chance than TFO. Both would be an underdog. He's a less of an underdog. Just the fact that if Fritz serves huge, gets hot, goes for the line, they all land in, it is possible if he gets hot and catches fire, Fritz could overpower Sinner and win it. Whereas I think TFO could not, and because he doesn't have the power, and Sinner would just control all the points regardless. But it's a very low chance. Fritz has to be on fire, serve huge, go for the lines, hit the lines, and just have one of those days where I'm a big hitting power guy, just went for it and they all land in and hit a bunch of winners. He would have to do that, have the match of his life. But if not, like I said, they're matching each other on serve. They're matching each other the power game and the rally. And but Sinner has to give up less errors to get the winners. Sinner can return Fritz serve better than Fritz can return his serve. And also Sinner's going to be better defensively than Fritz. So when their serve and power game are equal, but when Sinner's better than Fritz on the return of serve, better on defense, and to get those winners and aces from the serve and the power game will give up less errors than Fritz. So those three things and the consistency will put Sinner over the line, but still he's matching all Fritz's strengths off the serve and off the power game, right? So like I'm just gonna say 4 sets to Sinner. 1 set, Fritz will get hot, will serve huge, will overpower Sinner, and will get a set. But the rest of the time, it's Sinner matching Fritz in the power game and the serving game, being better than him defensively, being better on the return of serve, and to get the same amount of winners as Fritz, giving up less errors, and that puts him over the line, doing everything Fritz does, but doing those other 3 things better. That gets him the 3 sets to win the match. But 1 set, Fritz just gets hot and overpowers him. But it's 4 sets to Sinner, and Sinner wins this. And Yannick Sinner is your 2024 US Open champion, beating Taylor Fritz in 4 sets. Fritz just gets hot and overpowers him 1 set, but the rest of the time, Sinner's still got the same power and power off the serve, power off the ground strokes. but more consistent, less errors, better return of serve, better defense, but still matching Fritz in the power game, but having all these extra things to get him over the line, get the 3 sets, but Fritz gets that 1 set by just serves huge and overpowers him. But 4 sets for Yannick Sinner, and Yannick Sinner is your 2024 US Open champion. That's my video for today. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Be back here in maybe 3 or 4 days. Take a bit of a rest, digest the match, watch the match. Maybe Tuesday, sort of Wednesday, a few days after it's over, I'm going to review this final. But I'm saying Sinner wins it in 4, and Yannick Sinner is your 2024 US Open champion. Be back Tuesday, Wednesday for my US Open final review, and subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Thanks for being with me, guys. Bye for now. Thanks for being with me. Be back Tuesday, Wednesday for my final review. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. See you guys Tuesday, Wednesday, and bye for now.